Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Guys, this is one of the beers that was in the running for yesterday's 4400 beer review. Firestone Walker. This is their 2021 Kentucky Mule. And what this is, it comes in this fancy little box, a little 12-ounce bottle. And it says here, bourbon barrel aged blended ale with ginger and lime peel. 2021 Kentucky Mule Vintage. And then it's got a big long description, as they always do on the back of the box. I'm not going to read all that, guys. A lot of these beers, guys, are kind of hit and miss. And what I mean by saying that, sometimes they're pretty good, sometimes not so much. So there are a lot of them that I've had from this brewery over the years that were very, very tasty. They came in they do these little boxes now. They used to be bigger boxes and they charge you a lot more, and now they realize they can put them in a little box and charge you the same price. That's how that works. Anyway, Firestone, and before I go any further, this was brought to me by my dear brother, Dennis. So Dennis, thanks a bunch. I have not had this particular variant. I quit buying their beers because they were pricey, because they keep doing this crap and making the beers cost more. And this is supposed to be all kind of bourbon barrels and blended and all that. Let me read to you what it says here. Our barrel aged cocktail series continues with Kentucky Mule, our answer to the classic Moscow Mule cocktail, substituting Russia's favorite spirit with Kentucky's finest. The journey of this beer began when we blended 2 equal lots of our signature Bravo Brown Ale and Eldorado Blonde Barley Wine, both aged for 18 months in premium Kentucky bourbon barrels, and then we infused this blend with hand-diced Fiji-grown ginger as well as fresh California lime zest and juice, perfectly accentuating the beer's bourbon-inspired flavors of vanilla and maple syrup. The result is a true Moscow Mule-style sipping experience with a uniquely American twist. So, my humble, honest opinion on that description, if you're not an alcoholic that drinks a lot of these kind of Moscow Mule, I don't know if that's going to be your cup of tea. So, from what I've read and what I think, I'm not much on a lot of ginger or a lot of lime. I don't drink Coronas and pit lime. And like I said, that's not my cup of tea. So we'll see where this beer goes, guys. It is a fairly big beer, coming in at 11.8%. Got the big fancy, almost like signature like label, like a bunch of important people have signed it. But those people are only important to the people that work there, and trust me. I don't see a whole lot of information on this. It does say 11.8% here, but IBUs, it says it's 20. They did 500 cases. Blended ale, sugar. So they blended a bunch of stuff and added a bunch of stuff to that blended stuff, and they come up with a bunch of some different stuff. In the commercial description over here on Taps is exactly the same thing. It's a big long parade of stuff, and that's probably what's written on the back of the box, but it is so tiny I'd have to put some kind of glasses on to read it, guys. It's microscopic on the back of the box, but it does confirm that it's 11.8 and 20 IBUs on Untapped with bigger numbers that I can see. Yeah. Alright, guys, And this is a bottle. These openers, I don't do them anymore. Haven't done these since way before the pandemic. All the breweries are going away from these bottles, guys. This is becoming a dinosaur. Not a lot of breweries still do beers in bottles unless you're drinking microliters. So, with that being said, and we're not doing any of that around here, so sorry to disappoint you. It's got a deep copper color coming out. Almost like a barley wine-esque or a porter. It's not black at all. So they blended a bunch of different stuff, guys, and added some stuff on top of that. You know, to be honest with you, once they said they blended a couple of these, that would have probably been a good beer. But when they went back and said they added all this Fiji-grown ginger as California lime, I'd say that probably may not have worked too well. Looks good in the glass, though. Not quite a finger of head. We're going to find out. To the nose we go. Yeah, I'm getting alcohol. I'm getting roasted malt. Definitely the influence of it being in the barrel aging before blending. Bravo Brown and Eldorado Blonde Barley Wine, both aged for 18 months in premium Kentucky bourbon barrels. I'm definitely getting the bourbon types. I mean, the bourboning is off the chain. And this is 11.8% or so. It's got a little kick to it, so be careful with this. Please drink responsibly. I'm at home. Let's drink responsibly. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Denny. No, that's different. Like I said, I personally think this would probably been better before they put the ginger and the lime in it, just by blending those two excellent beers in those excellent barrels. To me, it's just, you know, and maybe they did do that beer, and they just had some more, they did some of it, and with this twist to it. It's not awful. I do get the ginger. I do get the lime. I do get the bourbon. I do get the malt. And that's where we're going to leave that. The bourbon is not overpowering. The bourbon is pleasant. It's just got a little tartness from the lime, and just a little different twist with the ginger on it. So still very, very quaffable. So 11% alcohol seems to be okay. It's not hidden super well, but you realize you're drinking something that's been in bourbon barrels. It's at 11.8%. So it's going to have just a little bit of booziness from the bourbon barrels, especially being in the barrels for a year and a half on each side. Oh, I like that. I mean, it's a very enjoyable final beer of the evening, which this is for me. So with that being said, guys, everything's in the glass. Let's go sip on it. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back. A little bit left here. No lacing left on the glass. This beer didn't work for me, guys. The ginger and the lime, it did not work for me, guys. I think this beer would have been better if they had just blended the two ales together and bottled it. Final chug. This beer is boozy. This beer is extremely boozy, guys. Wow. All the time, these two blended beers were in those barrels for 18 months each side and chucked together and then added all of those stuff. That's a whole lot of bourbon. So this is on the boozy side to me, guys. And it did not work for me. It did not work for me. But I do appreciate Dennis picking up all these beers and letting me try them, because these are not cheap bottles of beer to buy. Whenever you see something like this is in the special box, I mean, not cheap, not cheap. So guys, to me, this was a miss. This was a miss. So as far as I'm concerned, because it's so nicely done as far as the packaging and all of that, and having the 2021 on there, that's as close as we're going to get to a date. You might be able to research it further through the website and get it down, narrow it down more than that. But it's a 2021 version of a 11.8% Kentucky Mule blended beer. But what didn't work was the ginger and the lime zest. Lime zest usually works pretty good on a lot of beers, but it didn't work for me on this one. Again, so let's wrap it up, guys. 11.8, 20 IBUs, not big IBUs, so it wasn't bitter at all. It was boozy. So B plus for me, guys. 88. That's where I'm going to put it. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 86. I'm giving it a better grade than them, and Untapped says 3.78 B plus again from those guys. So, and they've only had 1288 ratings, 1,288 ratings. So not a lot of people. It was done once and done, and that's probably a good reason. I just personally think they wasted all that bourbon barrel aged stuff and by throwing all that other stuff at the end of it with the ginger and all that. So if you've had this, guys, let me know. The Firestone Walker Kentucky Mule 2021 edition. Let me know what you think. I'm glad I didn't choose this for 4,400. So, and several things, people's comments and what I've heard about this beer made that decision. So glad I made that decision. So if you have, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.